So there's activity in the New York civil fraud case against Donald Trump where he was found liable for 7 years worth of business fraud, but they proved decades worth of business fraud for overinflating and undervaluing his properties depending on what he was trying to do, submitting bank records when he was trying to get a loan to show his properties were worth much more, to make his values look better, so he got better rates and a better loan amount, things like that, and then submitting the same documents to um, the the IRS and state and local tax officials trying to get lower taxes on his properties. And he said, "Well, I put a disclaimer that says, these values may not be accurate. Do your own research on my values." And he thought that got him out of everything. And he was ordered to pay, with penalties and interest. Now it is approaching $500 million. Now, people have been wondering what's going on with that case. Well, there's been an update. Now, the state of New York, as part of their case, they have made a filing ahead of oral arguments scheduled for next month. 168 filings saying that the appeals court needs to keep the judgment in place and rule against Donald Trump and his appeal in all of this. Um, and this massive filing is typical. They file these things with the appeals court, and it breaks down why they think that the judge made the correct decision, etc. But we have found out that oral arguments are scheduled for September 26th. So his attorneys will go before the justices of the appeals court and lay out their case as to why they think this judgment needs to be modified or thrown out, or whatever they're trying to prove here. And then New York State will present their reasons as to why that's all invalid. And then we'll eventually get a ruling from the appellate court. But that could not come at a worse time for Donald Trump, because September is going to be a busy month for Donald Trump. You have the uh, first debate scheduled on September 10th with Kamala Harris on ABC. There was talk of a second debate on NBC sometime around that 26th date, which has not been agreed to by both parties. Again, Kamala Harris has said she wants to wait and see what happens on that September 10th debate to see if Donald Trump shows up. And then on the 18th, as of right now, his sentencing in the Manhattan District's election interference hush money case, where he was convicted of 34 felonies, is set as of right now to commence. So it's going to be a busy September for Donald Trump. And potentially after this appellate court ruling, Letitia James could start being able to collect some of the money that is owed to the state of New York and starting to seize and sell off his assets right ahead of the election.